starting right now. We welcome you to New York. We welcome you to Get Up, presented by Wendy's, and we have assembled an extraordinary collection of acumen and analysis.
And Jay Will.
For your viewing pleasure. We got two Greenbergs for the price of none up here. We are ready to go. These two
I just don't pay attention to anything it says.
We're 4 seconds in, and we're going to have to separate Jay and RJ.
Yeah.
Here we go. Lakers last night. They welcomed back Anthony Davis. And did they ever, as they play the Sixers, Davis back and literally better than ever. Right out of the chute. Look at AD inside.
AD's a monster inside. We got to start talking about him as an MVP-type player. The Lakers outscored the 76ers by 30 with him on the court.
Look at the handles. They had been down by 13 in this game, but he showed off, RJ, the entire repertoire.
He did, and I don't know what Jay Will is talking about, how he's saying that we now need to talk about him because, look, he destroyed a depleted Philadelphia 76er team.
Stand by. He did it with everything in the arsenal. How about the long-range game, Seth Greenberg?
Look, if you're going to start a team, who are you going to pick in front of him? That's my question.
A lot.
We'll talk about that later.
We're going to talk about that.
Taking off and flying through the air. He had 26 in the first half, finished with 37. Lakers, again, had been down 13, then they took off. How about LeBron James showing the range?
I mean, 36 feet. That seems like it's just over half court. Vintage LeBron.
Lakers up 19. This is what he's adding. And then, oh, by the way, at the age of 35, he can still do this. RJ, off the steal, we have elevation.
And just, you see how he's able to close in on that steal, and Tobias Harris wanted none of that. Thank you, Tobias, for just giving the crowd what they wanted. Don't low up or a block. Just watch it and be in the poster. Congratulations,
LeBron,
Tobias.
22, 14 assists. Again, AD had the big night, and the Lakers win by 13. And you made a comment in our meeting this morning, Richard Jefferson, about if Anthony Davis plays like that, what you see happening.
Oh, I think the Lakers are going to win a championship if Anthony Davis plays like that. Like, I know that they were playing against a depleted Philadelphia 76ers team, and 76ers don't play well on the road, so we're not really talking about that. But those numbers, the way he played, how dominant he was, he carried them in the third quarter. Pretty much went on the run offensively and defensively by himself. That's the one question. I'm tired of talking about Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma is just who he is and what he's doing right now. He's not going to be any more, any less. But Anthony Davis can raise his level to that consistently. 37 points, 32 points on a given night, that impactful, it's impressive.
Well, I'm sorry, RJ, that you're tired of talking about Kyle Kuzma, but you need more than just Anthony Davis and LeBron James to win the championship when you're going against a loaded Clippers team who has positions 1 through 8. They can all have scoring punches. And you're going to need a third-tier player. Who is your third-tier player when you guys were with the Cavs?
If you're talking about 37 and 15 against the Clippers in a dominant fashion the way he did, if he can do that.
You're not doing that against, you're doing that against Al Horford.
But against Al Horford. You're saying he can't, people want to talk about him being one of the top 3 players in this league, and he can't do that against the Clippers?
Well, that's what I do want to talk about, because, Seth, you brought that up in our meeting. If I said to you right now, if you were to name the 3 best players in the world, would 2 of them be on the Lakers?
No doubt about it. Anthony Davis is one of the top 3 players. If you're starting a franchise right now, you're telling me you have 1 of 3 picks. Anthony Davis is going to be one of those guys. He can dominate every single game. Now, here's the question. Is it in his personality? When he played at Kentucky, he won a national championship. He took the 4th most shots on their team. But in terms of his game and his ability to elevate others, he blocks shots. He can defend anyone on the perimeter. He can switch ball screens. He can run the floor. He can shoot the 3. He can beat you off the bounce.
He can do it all.
What can't he do? You know what I just mentioned?
Win.
All the things I just said, those are the same traits this guy Giannis has.
Correct. But let's further illustrate the point you made, which is maybe it's not his personality. Well, now he's got the guy who knows how to win with him. He doesn't have to be the guy who leads everybody. You won a championship playing with LeBron. With LeBron and AD, that is as good a combination, a 1-2 punch, as the league has seen since Shaq and Kobe.
And I agree. It is a dominant 1-2 punch, and Jay Will says you need more than them. But if he's at 27 points a game, right, you need more than just LeBron James and AD. If he's at 33, 34, 35, you can go past not having Kyle Kuzma and a third player. That's why they need him to play like that to win a championship.
Jay, well, let me put it to you this way. We all accept that they played a depleted Sixers team last night. Let's not read too much into it. But this week, they have the Bucks and the Clippers.
Here we go.
So what will we find out about the Lakers by the end of the week?
You're going to find out that you're going to need other players. Even if LeBron plays at a high level, right, his usage rate will be high. Even if AD plays at a high level. What are the ancillary pieces that are going to help you win a championship? They had ancillary pieces that stepped up in critical moments that helped them win. You're going to need that when you go against the Bucks and when you go against the Clippers.
I hate it when you use
but here's the deal. And you didn't learn that at Arizona. That's
no, it's fine.
Here's the deal. It's real simple. In those those games, Anthony Davis has to be his very best.
I agree.
When you play the Bucks and when you play the Clippers, that's who he's going to be, because he understands in these games, in this moment in time, this time of the season, who cares? He did it last night. In the playoffs, they got Anthony Davis to be that guy in the playoffs, and he will be that guy in the playoffs because he has the ability and he understands timing is everything.
So we're saying
it's
if
all
Anthony
about the
Davis
players.
plays
Anthony
like that,
Davis,
they win.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
I think generally I'm agreeing with you. Seth is agreeing with you. And in what cannot be described as a surprise, Jay Will is disagreeing.
No, I think Anthony Davis is incredible. I still think you need other guys to step up
Just
in those
fulfill their
critical
roles,
moments.
J-Will. Just fulfill their roles.
I understand, but he was saying his initial comment was like, I'm tired of people talking about Kyle Kuzma.
Right.
I'm like, well, Kyle Kuzma is your third best player. You're going to need your third best player to step up when LeBron has days off or when he can't do it or when AD is not there.
To make sure I'm clear on what you're saying that even with LeBron and AD at their best, you still don't believe they have enough to win a championship.
I mean, it takes 5 players. I mean, we're seeing
Okay.
that. Teams can load up. Wait a
Lakers.
second. Team can load up against them when they play PNR. Like, that's their primary offense. Like, that's where they destroyed the 76ers last night. If you watch the game, they dominated them off that. So if you got quick rotations, you can stunt that to a
That's
degree.
where Kuzma can make an open shot.
But thank you. You just proved my point.
Yeah, so you just stretch the
Thank
floor.
you. You need Kyle Kuzma. You need other players.
He fits a role. You need a defender. You need a guy who can stretch the floor.
You have to
pretty much you're saying,
have to
RJ,
have 5 players on the court. I agree.
Is that you guys didn't need anybody else on your team but Kyrie and LeBron, or you guys would have won a championship.
No. This is what we're saying. Kyle Kuzma, when we're talking about do we need him to be a 17-point-a-game scorer in order, is that what they need from him? That's what they don't need that.
All right, I'm going to send my basketball guys to their respective corners here. We will continue battling this out as we go. But we have huge...
For the Sixers, who were shorthanded, no Embiid, no Simmons. They had a 13-point lead in the first half of this game, but AD would get going, and Rajon Rondo help him with that, throwing it up.
Never let a big get on your high side. This is where Zion learned all those backdoor dunks from the Lakers.
Here's Davis. The old high school point guard goes behind the back twice.
You stole my line. People forget that AD was a 6-foot point guard before his growth spurt.
Yeah. He's now 6'10", and he's still...
David, where's your growth spurt?
I'm waiting for my growth spurt, Shanae. It's coming. I know it. There's Anthony Davis stepping out. Had 18 points in the second quarter alone. Fired up. Under a minute left in the first half. AD third in the NBA in PER, having an exceptional season, and here he goes again.
And people have wondered who's going to be the Lakers shooter. Well, AD steps out, and guess what? Gets him with a pump fake next play, gets to the rim.
So Lakers up by 11 at the break. Early third. This is when you knew this game was in hand. LeBron from the logo.
I don't understand this. I cannot rationalize this shot. I can't.
36 feet, a tape measure 3. Here's Frank Vogel.
Frank, what's a good deep 3 for LeBron and what's a bad one? And does it come down to make miss, or how do you?
Yes. Correct. When it goes in, it's a good one. And if it doesn't, it's a bad one. It's easy coaching here, you know. Piece of cake.
Frank Vogel. LeBron had 22. He also had 14 assists. How about this find, Shanae?
I mean, this is why he's the league leader in assists. At year 17, he just has tremendous vision.
Gets Dwight Howard, then just over 3 to go. LeBron to Davis. 13 of 19 floor, 4 threes, a game-high 37. One more. LeBron going to jump the route.
Yep. This is why people say he should be in the MVP race. This year, he's doing it all on both ends. But Giannis still got it right now.
Lakers win by 13. They've won 9 of their last 10. Vogel asked about AD stepping up right now.
Well, you know, the stakes are higher now, you know, all season long for him, you know, and I think he understands what we have the ability to do this year, you know, the work that's required and, you know, the mindset that's required. And I think you've seen a little bit of a different Anthony Davis this whole season, you know, than we've seen in his prior stop in New Orleans. I don't know if it's different today than it's been most of the season. You know, I think ultimately, I think we're going to see it when we get to the playoffs.
The Lakers outscored the Sixers by 30 with Anthony Davis on the floor. That's AD's best plus-minus since he set a career high in April 2018 with a plus 38 against the Grizzlies. Shanae sitting in with us on SportsCenter AM.
David, Zion Williamson also in action here with us. Also, Chineo.
Let's get it.
Hey, let's do this. The Pelicans at home against the T-Wolves. Both teams looking to bounce back from losses on Sunday. Zion Williamson on an 11-game, 20-point streak into this one. Janae, Zion Alonso, the obvious duo,
Yes.
the keeper.
Yeah, playing against the Pelicans is like running a track meet. The combo of Lonzo and Zion makes transition plays look like touchdown plays.
Yeah, Ball seems to put the ball into his comfort zone. And in the second quarter here, Zion missing the shot, gets his own rebound. What makes him so tough down